I gotta change my settings. There we go. Go into my cloud here. Oh, and it's my bye week. Great. Here we go. I think Ben's still in the league. I just cut him. Yeah, I think Roethlisberger's still in the league. I cut him because he's old now. Well, this is the sixth season. I've won 5 Super Bowls so far on here. Yep. Well, the guy they have as a backup in real life right now is my starter. Ooh, right end. Yeah, let's scout him real quick. Oh, he's already scouted. Yeah, if you look at my team, like the offensive ratings, my quarterback's B plus, my halfback's A plus, my running back is A plus. Like I said, wide receivers are A plus. There's no one below a B rating on my team because I built it up like that. Let me see here. Unscouted is where I'm going. Eh. I might download Civilization on my laptop and play that for a while after I play a couple games of Madden. The newest. I played it. I've just, this is a new laptop. I think I prefer. Is that the last one before the newest? Because if that is, that's the one I prefer. Okay, we're gonna play full game. That's the way I play mine. You can play just. Me and my brother used to play, just network. We were in the same house where we'd play intranet. Yeah, it was pretty fun. We'd play in different rooms, everything. We'll go with my current away uniforms just to keep it in, the way it should be. Because I'm playing the Browns at home. The Browns are 90 overall on here right now in this sixth year. My team, is 95 overall. I don't even have Tomlin as a head coach for the Steelers anymore. He ended up retiring. Yeah, I'm the owner, but he ended up retiring. I got Garrett someone as my head coach. He's a level 19 head coach. And I'm 5-0 in this season already. Yeah, I do too, because I like to. Yep.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL.
My team's actually starting.
We're just
about right now, I have it on broadcast.
With that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy
Looks like it's
Stadium.
raining too. Nah.
Named after its founder,
I thought it was.
Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Connor's last game on here was 22 carries, 145 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
I like running the ball.
We look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4.
No, that's my running back.
Games.
I like running the ball.
They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every.
The only thing I really sim is kickoffs. Unless I'm returning. Now, if I'm returning, yeah. I don't like kicking the ball off, though. Playbook, first down. Let's see. Oh, I need to change the play because it's on where it's basic. I like to see all those plays. Forgot to change it. Game options. There we go. Enhanced play calling. That's what I meant. I was looking at it. I was like, why does it look so weird? And we'll call.
Met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one up.
Oh, he got his 2 yards back.
25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now throwing on 3rd down.
Wow, right off a 3 and out for them.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down.
Hey, what does smurfing mean, by the way?
Defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And this offense takes over.
I used to do that on GTA sometimes.
50, 1st and 10.
How you can create the alternate character and you'll still have all your money and shit, but you'll be level 1. Yeah. It's fun.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Start off running it. I got Christian McCaffrey too from the Carolina Panthers on my team.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
He was a free agent. I picked him up.
48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's like my shotgun running back and shit.
Points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high,
that's what I say on this game, especially.
To hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself.
It's on sale for Black Friday.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the
See,
catch.
I picked up the division about a month ago for
$6.99. Able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
First carry for James Conner.
Oh, they stopped me for a yard loss. It's 4th down and 2. Whatever shall I do? I think I'm going to go for it.
Nice play right there to stop
That's
him behind
just
the
me.
line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play.
Medium pass, drive.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what
Who's
do
it
you
going to go to?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure
Oh,
that
the
you
other
bottle
Brown,
him in
Marquise Brown.
at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to
My
the line of
replacement
scrimmage,
Brown.
if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he got the first
Quickly
down.
here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and wearing all off.
And he's going to take it in for a steal.
There we go. James Conner touchdown.
A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Jump to the next play on the extra point. And there's the kick.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Oh, he'll want that one.
Damn, that was almost
Incomplete.
intercepted.
He doesn't drop too many in that department.
It went out of the receiver's hands into mine.
But we keep stats on everything,
Come
don't
on.
we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, only in the first quarter. Certainly a shift that he wants to right.
Oh, he's sacked. T.J. Watt got him.
T.J. Watt able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down.
There you go. Punt to
And
me
that was
again.
just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards.
24
and
yards
the Steelers
punt
will go
return.
on
I'll
offense
take it
here,
every
1st
day
and
of the
10.
week.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive will start with Conner. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. It's Rudolph. Going top shelf for Smith. Shoot. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. A great
39-yard
job pulling
pass.
that one in
I'll
from
take
a
it.
guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different
Put
ways.
trip into motion.
Sometimes he
Here
just
we go.
takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to
Not
make some
bad so
contested
far for
catches,
Conner.
right?
4
Sometimes you have
carries,
to go up
27
and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities
about
for
the
this
end of the
offense
first
going
quarter.
forward.
7-0 at the end of one.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday
I like the
returns
commentary. It gets old
following
after a while
this.
because it's repetitive, but that's on every Madden.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade.
I'd like to see them
Back
come out
with
with a
Charles
commentary
Davis,
mode
Brandon Gordon.
where you
It's
can
Steeler
actually
football
watch the
to
games
begin
and
quarter number
do
two.
a commentary.
They got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Out of the gun, Rudolph. That is caught.
There you go, Juju.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves
My
you with
coach
a
looks
first
like a
and
serial
goal.
killer.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary
Got those
call,
square
you got to
glasses
be really
on.
careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's
Touchdown for
into the
James
end
Conner.
zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And always...
And we're at 14-0. 3 wide receivers. 90% of the time I call man defense when it's 3 wide receivers. Oh, shit. I got burned on this one, though, it looks like. Yeah, he got 6 yards.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down.
And I play
Huge
very
difference, as we
unpredictable
know,
when I play
between 2nd and 4 and
when I
2nd and
play
8 and 9.
against people. I do. Computer, I can be predictable.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams
Computer, I
want to throw the
blitz a
ball in
lot,
this situation
all kind of
nowadays,
shit.
But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation.
Multiplayer, I
That's
may,
almost a
there's
tendency
times I'll
breaker.
hang back, there's times I'll blitz, there's times I'll play man. It just don't.
Now a play fake
I might
here
call
on
one
1st
thing and you
down.
think I'm doing
Rush
something
coming,
else.
And he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line.
They thought they were
scrimmage.
doing something when they got
It'll
that
go as
first
a
down.
loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Stop them.
Open receiver, that's David Njoku. They'll wind up with 17.
Browns got a tough
on that one,
team.
but
I
they're
ain't going to
still
say
a
they
bit
don't,
short here
on,
for
even on
4th.
here.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard
Yep.
punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
I've already got 3 wins this year.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the
3,
field.
I'm hoping they
And
get
right now
4
they're
this
saying,
week.
hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
They play the
Can't ask for a
Bengals.
better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. And right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
I mean,
Better
in
against man,
passing
because now you're
against the
running away from
computer, I either
someone
run
and you're not
I'll
running
either run the
into a
drag
defensive
route
player in
or I'll
another
run a
zone.
play action deep pass. Usually,
Rudolph on
occasionally
1st down.
screen if they're
Takes a shot on the release.
if they're
This will
creeping
be
up on me a lot
incomplete.
and blitzing a lot, I run a screen pass
But we
here
were
and
talking
there
about you
too.
gotta be quick when you go through your progressions,
Because
and here's another prime
that keeps them
example.
honest.
Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
Like they're
No,
starting
not
to
enough
blitz,
time.
so I'm
They
going to
hit
run
him
a draw
and
play
force that
here. That
incompletion.
way, it's like a delayed play
Here's
handoff.
Some extra space following the display of power. down just inside the 45. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
I hate when they show that. It'll say 0 fumbles this season. It's like that's going to be the first one probably.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the
First
36. Down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, we know
Steeler
he's an electric
drive.
runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah,
came out in that
because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play very well.
All right.
We've also seen him pop the cork a few times.
All right, keep it.
There, haven't we?
We have indeed.
And
we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not
I run a lot of
dynamic
3 tight
guys
end
in the
sets,
league.
too, against
So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much
3
more.
tight ends on the field at the same time.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. He almost had it. The big D.
And all my 3 tight ends are very athletic that I run.
Instead, it falls down incomplete.
That way they have to guard against the run because there's 3 tight ends, but they can also catch a lot of balls.
That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it.
Ooh, they stopped me again on 3rd down, and you call a timeout. Guess what? I'm going to get the first right here.
As they'll head to the sideline,
I already know
and
what to
talk
call.
over what to do next. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Medium pass, flanker drive.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Go ahead, send Marquise Brown in motion. Here we go.
Here's Rudolph. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards.
Made him waste the timeout, too.
To go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Bengals are having a lot of trouble this year, so. He's out of energy. Go in. There we go.
Touchdown.
Connor with his 3rd touchdown. Connor with his 3rd touchdown.
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
Yeah, I was hoping that linebacker. I can't stand Vontez Perfect. I was hoping he was out too.
Coach, talk about those late-in-the-half scores.
We got to play them one more time. We got to play Cincinnati one more time this year. I think it's the last game of the year. We beat them the first one. In Cincinnati, if I remember right, is where we beat them.
All right, here we go.
1st down, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress.
Wow, that guy heard footsteps and dropped the ball. That was awesome.
And this one incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Green, 39.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage.
Call
and be backed
timeout.
up
There
to
we
the
go.
24.
38 seconds left. I'm going to go up, try and go up
Put a stop to
28-0.
the action with a timeout defensively. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Taken in at the 22. Sheds off the tackle.
Got it to midfield on the kick return.
Terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At least get a at least try and get a field goal.
Head back onto the field
before the end of the half.
Time quickly
25
fading
seconds
here
left.
in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively
Run
they
corner.
play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Timeout. There we go.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here
2
by the offense. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
We are going to call. What are we going to call here? That's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking this. Nah, Jet 6 drive won't get me out of bounds. Go to play type. Play action. We'll call PA drag wheel, I think. This will send Tripp across the field, Brown across the other way, and Schuster deep. Juju goes deep.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph.
There we go.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of
13
bounds.
seconds.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Try a
This
vertical
quarterback
play here
now,
and send the
9
guy
of
to the
11
end zone.
passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rudolph. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
There it goes, touchdown.
Jesse James in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done.
28-0. What? You can make money if you yeah, that, but you can make money if you're good at the game.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
That's true. Madden, back when I was playing on PS3, I almost won a free copy of the game the night it came out. I went to a tournament. It was at Walmart. No, that night I was, and then I switched because I was getting cocky, and I played as the Detroit Lions in the round I got beat. That was back when they had Megatron. The problem was I kept throwing to Megatron. It was the end of the game, and instead of taking the wise bet and throwing to the receiver that's wide open, I threw to Megatron, got intercepted. So I lost in the finals.
On first down, Rudolph.
There we go. Nice slant play.
By Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there.
Not bad for Juju. 3 catches for 53
Nothing
yards.
fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 8 yards on the pickup.
Trying to get
there,
Connors
100
yards.
That's
how I play. After he hits like 100 yards and over 15 carries, I'll bench him and put the backup in, so the backup can get some practice.
Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
There you go, Connor.
They go play action here on first down.
Oh, Juju dropped it.
Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And I got good running backs all around. It's not just Connor. I got good run. I got like three good running backs on my team. I got Connor McCaffrey, and then I got a rookie guy who's like an 86 overall.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph.
There you go, shoot. Juju came back and caught another one.
Across midfield and inside the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Let's see.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your
I think I'm
receivers
gonna
and
go
move
with
them
this
around
Y
a
curl
bunch,
play
especially your
right
best
here.
guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it
Send
gives you a
Washington-
two-way go.
James
You can break
Washington
out
deep.
or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now it's Rudolph.
Oh, they were ready for that.
Incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the
Okay.
game. Instead, second down.
The other thing
Nice
about
coverage
Madden,
there,
don't
missed
lose your head
opportunity
on
for
it
an
when you're
interception.
playing.
Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed,
It's
athleticism.
It's a
hands,
thinking
a
man.
little bit
It's
questionable.
honestly
Ball
a
on the
thinking man's
42
type
as
of
they
game.
come up 2nd and 10.
Strategy. Yeah. There we go.
He will find his man on the
Don't
end
always
route,
try and go
complete.
deep.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Sometimes it's better
It's
to
a
take the
big
play
play
across
there
the
for
field
the
at short
Steelers.
yardage and try and run
41
and make
yards.
something out of
I
it
think it all came together
instead of
there.
going deep every
In-breaking
time.
route,
That's the way
drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
I'll run slant, cross, whatever works, whatever's working, and then I'm not afraid to switch it up. I'll move receivers around. It's all about whatever's going to work for that particular game. You might got someone that's good against something, and you got to switch your game plan.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Rudolph. And the tip there altered
missed
the
that
ball
one.
flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be set.
The offense or the
Play
defense,
tight.
let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on
Pitch.
first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice
we'll
effort to
call the
knock down,
halfback
but away and
toss.
bring up second down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ooh, not liking that, the way they're lined up, but
They come
I
out
should be
here
able
in
to
the
get it.
eye. He's going to get it running right.
Ooh, no, I'm
And
not.
He's going to lose yardage here. That'll go
Okay.
as a loss of 5. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he's in.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And this Steelers offense is...
$35-0.
Set. Green 39.
And he'll work his way across the
Surprised they
30
didn't
to
call
the
face
32.
mask on that.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So now what
They'd
they're
love to
doing
just
is
strike back with a
they
touchdown
are
right here, and if it's a
running in
long
a
play,
3 wide
so be
receiver
it, but
set,
the main
and they
goal,
are starting
get
to
a
run the
couple
ball
first
on me.
downs, run some
So,
plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the
oh,
score.
he got clobbered.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Because they know they've adapted to my tendencies where I like to
and just
run
try
that
and
man
ram his way
defense
forward and get what he
against
can.
These
running,
guys have
you know,
punted
where I
4
think it's going to
times
be a
already,
passing
and they're
play.
staring at a
Here we go.
5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And on the ground,
Yeah,
the
that didn't
running
work.
back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I knew that was coming.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored
that's
a lot
out of
of
the
points,
end.
and that was another
The goal
example of
line.
why. I
Okay.
think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
There we go.
And running with power here. Well, that looked for a second
I took
like
it from
he
the goal
might
line
take
to
it all the
midfield
way,
on his
but
punt
as
return.
It stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense will take over
Okay.
right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh,
So they took
Jesse
a shot
James
on
missed
first
a
down,
nice
but couldn't
fucking
connect.
catch. Come on.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And his throw here's incomplete.
I'm forcing it now. I
Looking for
shouldn't
his
have
big
forced
tight
that.
end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules.
Let's
See
go
ball,
with...
knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
thinking a slip screen here, maybe, since it's 3rd and 10.
The Steelers
If
on
I can get a
3rd
few
down.
yards, I might
They've
go
hit
for it
2
on
for
4th
4
down.
thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. They'll set up the
Nope,
screen
they
to
stopped me
McCaffrey.
for 2-yard loss.
And
I
they
still might go for
backwards
it.
here,
Because I'm at
losing
midfield.
yardage back at the
I'm up by
48-yard
35.
line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Go for F
Now
trail.
look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
And they are going for it. It's Rudolph. Throwing
There
left
we go.
side here, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Here's Rudolph off play action. Throw left side complete. It's James. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A
Come on,
good
get
pickup
lined up.
there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Wouldn't let me snap the ball. Fuck you. It's okay, it's
And we're
4th
back
quarter.
now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Come on.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. He'll buy some time right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold
I
because
screwed
that
up. I
kept
could have
them
had
in
a
the
touchdown
ballgame
right there.
and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come up
Nice.
there, I'm going to tackle this guy.
Nice
By the
defensive
fourth
play
quarter,
there,
you're
guys.
coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And this
Time to
Steelers
bobsled.
offense, they continue to pour it on.
The team celebration.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game.
Super sim the extra point. And the kick. 42-0. Cover 2 hard flat.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39, green.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down.
Oh, wow. How the fuck did you
And
miss
that's
that?
pretty
You were
indicative
wide
of the
open.
way this one's gone.
Cover 2 man.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten
Base
much
of
better.
line.
And all that does is emboldened the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles
You're lucky because Mike Hilton
here.
was right there.
It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right
Cover
offensively.
one,
Yeah, it's a
Robert.
catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively.
Oh, damn it.
He'll have a first down past the 40.
Yeah, you're going to take a shot. You run the ball like that, pussy.
Down. So the big play gets him across midfield.
You're going to pay for that
first
run.
and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Ah, fuck you. Put a
Personal
dress
foul.
on the
Roughing the
quarterback.
passer, defense.
What do you want me to do? Lay him down on an air mattress and give him a fucking pillow?
He's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. First and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, Mayfield, and incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10. Over the middle, complete.
Damn, he got
That's
his head
Benson.
taken off for catching
And he's
that.
able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup.
Terrell
and
Edmonds
that'll
took
lead
his
to a
head
third
off.
down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now
Well, they're
going to
break up
third
the
down there,
shutout.
but he
It's 4th and 4.
cannot connect. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty
Or at least they're going to
uncharacteristic for
try
You're
and
certainly
break
right
up the
about that.
shutout.
Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
Yeah, they're
And
going
Parkey's
for
kick
42-3.
is good. And they'll get back 3, but this
Fans
remains
are
a
celebrating like
large
they won the
deficit.
Super Bowl because they got a field
Well, it's
goal
a
in the
Pyrrhic
game.
victory
Come
at
on.
best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut
That's about
out.
all you're
So
gonna
it's
get
hard to
against
blame them
me.
for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame him one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to
Okay.
avoid the goose egg.
You want
And
to do
they're
the
at least
little
trying to
onside
finish
kick? I
out
can do an
strong.
onside kick recovery. Not a big deal. I don't like the. I'd rather have my hands team out there, but
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it.
oh, I was going to try and take it
Fourth
back
quarter,
too.
they felt
Mendoza,
like they
my
needed the
fullback.
football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the
Okay.
data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just
I
wonder
miss
if
when
that
Madden
number is
used to
much
come out
more of
with a
a
soundtrack
anecdotal
every
type of a
year,
number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well,
Those
when you
were-
score on special teams, 93%
That was
of the
back
time
on
you
the
win the
PS2
game.
and PS3
I'm still
and
waiting to
shit.
see that number is empirical.
Fights out the defender. It's a 6-yard
It wasn't
gain on
all
the
rap
ground, and
music.
that'll make it 2nd and 4. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going.
Well,
It's almost
maybe I
like he
don't
was
want the
caring
clock
more
to
about
keep
his
running.
fantasy
Maybe I want
stats
to run up the score
than
on
it
the
was
team.
about
You
winning
never
the
know.
game. That has to drive a coach crazy.
Counter, and a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him
Of course,
over
he's going to
100
get the
yards.
ball again. He has
That'll
97
get him
yards
the first
rushing. He's
down
going to get
as
his
they
100.
9 yards out of that quick slant. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Watch motion, watch motion.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And
What the?
second wave of tacklers is going to get him. as
God,
they
these
stop him
fuckers
behind
can't
the
block
line.
sometimes.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation.
Got tackled
when
for
you're
a
up in the
loss
fourth
for a
quarter.
guy who's probably
They're
going to be
stack
bagging
the box and make it
groceries at the end
difficult
of the
for them to move
season.
the
Come
ball.
on.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the
He's got his yards back. Yay.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward.
We'll go
They
Jet
want to put
6
the
drive
onus
again.
on the big fellas up front
If I
in
get
order
to
to
call
bring
the
this
play
one home.
before
The
2-minute
Steelers on
warning.
third
I ran
down.
him up to the
They've hit 4
line.
of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little
Oh, you're
gain.
going to call that 4th and 1. I wish you could fucking remeasure it. No problem. Play tight.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first.
Not
and
totally
10.
home free. It's 42-3. How am I not home free yet?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Now Connor can
A
come
good
out.
run there on first down, and it'll
18 carries, 105 yards. Switch to depth chart. Put in my 3rd string run. Well, he's 2nd on here, but he's actually my 3rd. Jarrell Brown, who's a 90 overall running back. Connor's a 94. McCafferty's a 97. And then my rookie's an 80 overall. Markel, I might actually put him in. 6'3", 232 running back. And he's a rookie as an 80. I got 299 overall receivers. I got my 3rd string's 91. My lowest rated wide receiver is a 74. His name's Chester Rome. He's my kick returner. But he's got like 93
with a
speed.
2nd and 2.
Yeah.
Take that every time with a lead.
Outside
first down,
handoff.
Quarter, getting 8 yards.
Okay, inside handoff.
And you have to ask the
See what they
defensive
have.
guys, why did you give it?
We
I mean,
will
you
go
know the
with
situation, you're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back.
26
but 8 yards on
duo,
first
which was a
down puts them
Le'Veon
back
Bell
on their
play.
heels.
When I got the game, I immediately cut Le'Veon Bell.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal with the 2.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide
Actually, no,
open. You
I
can
take
run
that back.
just
I
about
traded him.
anything. A lot of
I think I
times
got
the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet,
2
sees the short yardage
second-round
runs,
picks and a
goes to one of
first-round pick
those.
for him.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Nothing doing there. They're
What,
gonna
you
line
think
up
I'm just
holding
going
him at the 2.
to run the clock out? No.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll
I
go
am
whistle,
going
a
to get
signal,
another
and a
touchdown
timeout.
here.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey! 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Now they will throw it here with Rudolph and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop it.
7 seconds left, 49-3. I'd laugh if I intercept the ball in this last play.
Now let's go. Green 39.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, it was almost intercepted too.
As time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.
They only had 58 total yards in the game.
So for the Steelers, they remain as hot as
I had
anyone.
almost 400.
6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants.
I got to play the
Meanwhile,
Giants
for the
next week.
Browns, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I didn't even realize I threw 3 touchdowns to Marquise Brown. Wow. Pretty cool. Let me check out my defensive stats real quick. Brent McFarland and TJ Watt each had a sack. Okay. The Steelers' actual rookie first-round pick this year was Terrell Edmonds. I still have him. He's in his 6th year. He has 6 years experience. He's a 98 overall now. Just build up the players. Best way to win a game. Knowing when a player's past his prime and when it's time to get rid of them, too. Player of the week for this past week I just played was Mason Rudolph, my quarterback. 22 of 30, 280 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. Haven't played the season in a while. That's why I'm looking through here. He had another one, week 4, 18 of 24 for 420 passing yards and 4 touchdowns. Week 1, it was Juju Smith-Schuster, 9 catches for 298 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. All Madden. All Madden. Yep. Upgrade players. It's giving me a chance. Oh, I have a bunch to upgrade. Cool. And this guy's a 99 overall already. But I can update it. The upgrading's different on this, too. On 19, they changed it. Like, they have 3 different categories to pick from. And you want to upgrade first. What's your scheme fit for your defense or offense? You know, depending on what the player is. And that'll make the players overall go up. Like this guy's, my scheme fit was run support. So I got run support maxed out. So now I'm upgrading hybrid for a strong safety. It's a little bit easier to upgrade players on this too, I've noticed. I think this guy's even a backup linebacker. Yeah, he's my backup, and he's an 84 overall for a linebacker. Spend a point in power rusher. Fifth year out of Florida State, and he's an 84 overall. I think he's like my fourth wide receiver or something. Cooper Jensen. This guy's name shouldn't be Jabbar, I'll tell you that. He's white. Honestly, Jabbar? Jabbar Powers is the guy's name. Scout my college players. Unscouted. Huh? There we go. Didn't want to load unscouted players. Ooh. Okay. Look at my stats real quick for the season. Mason Rudolph has 1,973 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Not horrible. Connor's almost got 100 yards a game rushing. 10 touchdowns on the year. Receiving yards is what I want to see. Juju has 856. I think I'm in week 8. Yep. Remember, he had that first game where you had almost 300 yards receiving. He's leading the league right now in receiving. And my other one, Marquise Brown, is second in the league in receiving. Not online. I will play multiplayer. I like playing multiplayer face-to-face, though. Because if someone's trying to pull some foul shit, I can just smack them upside their head. I don't know. There's some really good Madden Online players. I don't got enough time to devote to taking it seriously because of how much I work. Oh. Connor's not number 1 in the league in rushing, though. I think he just got off being injured, too. Kareem Hunt is from Kansas City. He has 701 yards rushing. Connor has 596. That's not that far off. I can do that next game. Team stats. I have given up in how many games? Let me see. I want to see how many games I've played. 6 games. I have given up a grand total on the season of 112 yards. Total. A lot of these teams, and I've scored 6. 6. Total points allowed in the NFL, I'm second. I've allowed 3 points total. And that was last game. That's what I want to see, because I would think I'd be first with only allowing 3 points. That means someone shut out everybody so far. Oh, no, the stats glitched. I see what happened. Sometimes that... The second least points given up is the New England Patriots out of 6 games. They're 3-3, and they've given up 122 points. Yeah. And they're also the second best defense. They've given up 1,950 total yards. I've given up 112. I've recovered 8 fumbles, 5 interceptions, and I have 31 sacks on the year already. Me and the Texans are tied for first. Of course, they got J.J. Watt. That's why. I've given up more passing than rushing. I've given up 57 yards passing and 55 yards rushing total. And then in the league in offense, I'm first also. I've total yards, 3,529 in 6 games. Almost 600 yards a game. 30 passing touchdowns, 13 rushing touchdowns. Average points per game, 54.2 per game. The second best team is the Chicago Bears, and they've given up 30, or they score 32 a game, 32.2. Second best offense, Titans. See, my numbers aren't that far out of proportion. They have 33.49 total yards. I have 35.29. I don't get a lot of first downs. I score on a lot of big plays. All right, man. Have a good one. Later. Nah, you're good. Oh, I've only given up 30 yards in penalties. That's an average of 5 yards a game. Holy shit. Then I gave up rushing, yeah. Later. Okay, here. I want to give them... I'll give them their 80s classic home uniforms. Here we go. Coach really looks like a serial killer. Gotta get Juju some yards. Actually, I gotta get Connor some serious yards. Perry Boyette. Let's see what we can do here.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always,
pretty.
Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Damn.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They start with a give to Connor. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Right back to him on first down. And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rudolph now to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now Rudolph on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Oh, they got Pat Mahomes.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon
Yeah, you
Barkley.
weren't going anywhere,
And that
Saquon
play
Barkley.
going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
On second down, here's Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more
Nice
advantageous.
play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. Now Rudolph, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air.
Give it a shot.
That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
X R1 or 6.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. Mahomes now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a give to Barkley. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rudolph. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Shaq Lawson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Going for it, it's Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself.
That was bullshit.
And the possession changes. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his
that
ability
wasn't a
to
big
correct
oops.
it?
The game
Loses the
screwed up.
football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession.
Green, 39.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete here.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
There we go. Green.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they've got it here with a first down. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of a yard gets him back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They pissed
so 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Tried to get too cute that
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here we go. Green, 39.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
He didn't lose a yard. He got to go
That's
yard.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit
Shaq
just trying to
Lawson's a
define him
fucking
by a
bomb.
position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive.
Okay, Blitz, come on.
So disruptive?
Yeah, there you go.
If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some
there you go,
strength up
pussy.
there, some really good hands.
And there goes Marquise Brown on your ass again.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so.
Under a heavy rush and down.
Yeah, take that, pussy.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Now you want to keep keying on the run, pussies?
There again
Come on.
is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 39 that time. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Rudolph throwing again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. Flush, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Mason Rudolph on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
It's going to be a run.
They go play action here on first down.
Yeah, there you go, T.J. Watt.
Here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. And this one is incomplete.
T.J. Watt in coverage. That's funny.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide
now
receiver,
you're going to try and run the ball with Saquon bust Barkley.
Well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
On third down, Barkley. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to
I'll
punt
take
it
it right
away.
here.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throwing
What
over
the fuck
middle,
was that?
and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Mahomes to Shepard, complete over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Timeout offense.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He juked him. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it, lost it there. And it'll be second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, 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 hey. Gone.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
All right, give me a minute.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, They stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now it's Connor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put it. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Fighting this, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped in the contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. On that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Connor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. They begin with a run by Barkley, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready. Green, 90. Green.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he
got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. The Giants on third down. Not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Working from the gun. Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. 12 yards on the return that time. And now out come the Steelers. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Escapes the defender. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one.
4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Almost 8 yards a carry by Connor. That's nice. cool off a little bit in here. There's blankets behind you, baby. Look at him. It's all saying number 65. It's a big wide receiver. Who's ready to negotiate their contract? Chucky. Okay, Chucky. What do you want? We have plenty of money. I want to see the record holders. Some of these records are tough to hit. funny how he finished his career with the Bills. He's not even playing for the Texans now. He's playing for the Saints. And so is Justin Houston. Wow.